once it
don't have that instinct automatically, because remember, some of this stuff is genetic. They either have it or they don't, right? This is what it's all about, people. Attack the boy! He must know that I'm in the dog fight with him. I'm next to him side by side. We have a bond that's unbreakable.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
It's still playing?
Yeah.
Wow.
No, it's good. I hear you.
Good. I'm glad you made it.
Yes.
Wait a minute. This is crazy. You hear the echo?
I don't hear an echo.
Let
I
me,
just hear you.
let me go back out again.
Okay.
Are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
The video, you were still hearing it?
No, it's done now.
Oh, okay.
Let me do this right quick. Oh, I know what it was. I had the live on my Instagram and I had the volume up. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here?
You had 2 volumes.
Yeah. So we're gonna let people come in, but we'll keep talking.
Okay.
But yeah, that's, to me, that's I hear you guys loud and clear.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's what this guy says. Do you see that?
Yes.
Okay. From time to time, they're gonna ask questions. Yeah, but that's weird because I had a stud like that, and it was very challenging for me because as a stud provider,
Mhm.
my boys going in for the action ain't supposed to be the issue,
Mhm.
right?
They need to be ready.
Right. If there's anything, it's the female that's
Right.
being defensive and unwilling.
Right.
But my boy's supposed to be like an
They could,
animal.
right. I mean, as soon as they
Like
smell
they
her,
can't. Yeah, like they can't even wait till you. they can't even listen. They not even on top of the female, and they already humping.
right. I
So
mean, I have some some studs that know me already, and they get all excited because I'm there.
they
I'm like,
know.
"Whoa, whoa."
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm like, "Hey, here's your girl."
that's why when William picks up my boys, they know what time of day it is.
Mhm.
And when he comes around, it's either they feeding him or he's getting them laid.
Yeah.
One or the other. It ain't no in between.
Mhm.
So people, I like to say once again, for Naomi taking time out of her day to come on our podcast and just educate us on this whole reproductive aspect, the pros and the cons. So I got Naomi from House of Bully K9 Repro.
Right.
But her husband has House of Bullies
Mhm.
Instagram page, but she has House of Bully K9 Pros, and you can always find her on Instagram at House of Bullies K9 Repro. I
Yep.
used to think that was repossession, like repo
Oh.
cars, but I was like,
Oh,
wait, that's an O there, that's an R there.
yeah.
So not a
It's not
repo, but
repo.
yeah. I had that done to
Mhm.
me before in college. Oh my God. I was broke as shit in college. But me and Naomi, we was talking about stud dogs who are not living up to the hype of what a stud dog is supposed to be when it comes to being able to perform. Now we know that nothing's guaranteed with this process. Absolutely
Mhm.
nothing. But at least we even our odds when our boy or our stud is ready, aroused, and they putting out a couple of vials. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? But
Right.
when it gets to that point where when the female, every female ain't gonna agree to my male. That's why we have a breeding stand.
Mm-hmm.
That's why we have muzzles. That's why we put 40-pound weights on the bottom of the breeding stand so she can't pick up the stand and run with a stand around her neck.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um, but my boy is supposed to rise to the occasion, and it's a challenge when you have studs that they get discouraged one or two times, and all of a sudden they're disinterested, and the females flagging him like, "Yo, take this."
Yeah.
What's your
They're
thought?
flirty. They're
Yeah,
flirty. Definitely. All females are different. Some are like, I want nothing to do with you. I don't care if you're ready. I don't care if I'm ready. I want nothing to do with you. Then obviously, owners come in, you come in. Some girls are very flirty and they're like, flagging, ready to go, all up in their face. Yep. Just like that. Like all up in their face. Hey, yep.
like
Um,
what you gonna do?
right. Like, hey, I'm ready. Are you ready?
Mhm.
And that's usually like that's what you want. That's the best outcome because they're both ready. So that's the best outcome for
You know,
sure.
um, for Casanova, he was the only male that I had to do this. But
Mm.
when I had to ship out sperm or semen, I would always go to a clinic where, which is called SoCal Clinic, SoCal Clinic, SoCal Canine, I
Okay,
think Riverside.
K9. Yeah.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
they got like 5,500 Frenchies coming in there all day
Mm-hmm.
long, right? So I said we had to get a fluffer, a teaser.
Mm-hmm.
Well, a fluffer is in porn industry, but a teaser is in the dogs in the
Yeah.
dog world,
Little
and we
teaser.
had to
Yeah.
get a teaser. I was like, dude, it's like, and if we didn't have a teaser,
He
he was
wouldn't.
he. I mean, we if we shipping this out and the female's not there,
Right.
I mean, the female that's supposed to be there, she ain't there. So
Yeah.
the vet techs depend on the vet tech. If they stimulate him enough or not, he may or may not perform.
Mm-hmm.
And now, that's why I said all stud dogs not created equal because in that case, I always had to make sure that we had a teaser. All these other dogs,
Ready to go.
8.5, 10 strokes, boom,
Yeah.
2 and 3, 18 vials, whatever. But what we want to talk about today are a few things. One of the major things we've been running into, and I guess we're going to put the carriage before the horse, is it's called reabsorption in female dogs,
Right.
and is known as puppy absorption. And
Right.
it's the process when the mother's body reabsorbs developing fetuses that have died in their womb. This can occur for several reasons, and
Mm-hmm.
we're going to talk about those. So I'll let you hold the floor because you've seen this way more many times than me.
Right. So reabsorption, I mean, I'm sorry. It could happen anytime to any female, any circumstance. It doesn't matter. A lot of people think, hey, they took 30 days, came, they did ultrasound to confirm they're good to go. And I'm like, no, they could reabsorb up to day 44
Mhm.
because up to that day they're not calcified skeletons yet. So even if she's starting to reabsorb and she's passing those 44 days, she could have a mummification ones that's added to that too. So she could deliver them and they're mummified. So they're not even alive. They don't even develop or anything like that. But reabsorption does happen. And that has a lot to do with environment, with her just feeling, hey, is this an abnormality that this puppy has, this fetus has? I don't want it. Genetics, it could happen because stress, hormone imbalances, so many things that has to do with it. When that could happen when you're breeding, all these things come into place. So it's nothing's guaranteed.
You know what? Here's the thing. I've seen this happen on several occasions where the female is her nipples are getting bigger, she's gaining weight, and nothing happens. Are there is and I know that when they absorb the puppies, the unborn puppies, the fetuses,
Hmm.
can we tell by their defecation that it looks different, or is because if it calcifies, if they have calcified,
Uh-huh.
then that's a different story. But if they haven't calcified,
She just reabsorbs them. There is no
mm,
sign of
no passing through, she doesn't
no
defecate any.
nothing, no blood, no sac, no placenta. Everything gets reabsorbed by the mother. So
Hmm.
everything gets reabsorbed. Even if you confirm, because she could still have some alive, and you could confirm,
Yeah.
hey, she's having 9. She could reabsorb only 4, and she'll end up having 5. She could absorb the whole litter. She could reabsorb. She's having 9 now. She's reabsorbing 8 of them, and you only have 1.
Hmm.
So that can happen too. For what reason? All those reasons that I just mentioned, which is environment, genetics, abnormalities, infections, stress, hormonal imbalances, all those things that I was talking about. That's why it could happen. Who knows why it happens? But all those things come into place when breeding.
Well, let me ask you a question. That leads me to another question. What do you
Right.
recommend, and how soon, and when do you cut it off? Do you recommend any antibiotics for the female,
Any antibiotics for the female?
like
If
amoxicillin, something like that?
if they're on it already, I would finish that dose, whatever, however she is. If she's just starting, I always recommend stopping it. Does she really need it? Why? What is the reason that she's using it? Um, Amoxicillin is a wide variety antibiotic. So, and they're all different. So it could be amoxicillin, it could be cephalexin, it could be
Clavamox?
Clavamox, it could be different ones. But antibiotics is like a wide range one. So what is she using it for? Does she have an infection? Because infections, and you're trying to breed her, she might take, she might not take. So you're taking a chance as doing it there because she's already has an infection. Um, like I was talking about, I was saying, is it the right environment inside mom's
Right.
uterus? That takes into effect. Is Are you only doing it for preventative? Yeah, go ahead and do it. Start it before she's even ready to breed. When you're doing those PGs, hey, okay, start it. When you see her in her cycle, start the antibiotic. No, just do it. If that's something that you like doing, go ahead and do it. Hey, she's gonna come into heat. She's gonna come into heat anytime. Start doing it because antibiotics don't take effect until 2 or 3 days after.
Right.
So it's not like, oh, I'm gonna give her an antibiotic and you know 1 2 days it does nothing. It's barely starting to do the effect during those 2 or 3 days. So go ahead and start it. Do your dose. As soon as she's ready to breed, I say stop because now you're putting a foreign body into her, which is the sperm, and how is that going to react to her breeding? Who knows? She might be okay. She might not. These puppies might be okay. They might not. Can it affect them in the long run? Yes, it can, because you don't know how it's going to affect that sperm, the mother, the fetuses. If she gets pregnant, you don't know that. You don't know that 100%. It could say it's totally 100% safe. Nothing's 100% safe.
All right. Speaking of progesterone testing,
Yeah. Yes.
there's a lot of machines out there.
Yes.
There's a called a TOSO. Did I pronounce it right?
Toso.
There's an IDEX,
hmm
and there's a thing, my favorite word, one foo.
Yeah. One foe.
One fo.
One
Okay.
foe.
Which are the number are like if a female's a 15 a day on an IDEX, is
Mhm.
that the same equivalent on a one fo or a TOSU, or how the
So
numbers
there's
are read different?
So yes, the numbers are read differently, but they're all kind of the same. So they have different. The charting is different, but they all kind of make sense the same way. So if let's say she's a 20 on an IDEX, there's a chart where you could see like, hey, this is the range because of those different machines. So
So it
it's
gives you the
still,
range.
it gives you a range. So it's still okay. So even if you do one time IDEX and then the other time Wanfo or Toso, it's kind of the same range. It is going to be off a little bit. The only difference is my preference. I don't like Toso just because Toso's used also for humans. I'm also like, I don't know. It's kind of sketchy. This machine is testing for a hormone that tests for humans as well. Yes, it could test very low and very high, but it's kind of a strange range as well. IDEX I do like. I have used IDEX a lot. Um, the only thing with IDEX is that it doesn't go any higher than a 20, so it will tell
Mm,
you. And I've had the situation recently
that's it. Just a
where
20.
I have that situation recently where it said, "Hey, she's above a 20." Told me, "Hey, let's do a PG." I don't know what above a 20 is. When I did my PG, she was at a 44 that same day.
That's that means that, and per the chart that I sent you, that means
hmm
that she wouldn't be a good candidate for AI or TCI. They
It
would
was
recommend
surgical.
surgical.
Right. You could do, if you have no surgical, you could also do a TCI. I've done
Yeah.
TCIs that are that high, and they do give you a good size litter. Um, it's just more of that range where it's like, oh wow, what, like I said, what's higher than a 20? What was it? Because you want to do an AI, you want to do a live. So
Hmm.
your machine's telling me it's higher than a 20, but is she over already? Because after those 40s, when they come, they'll just keep on dropping. They're gonna start dropping. They're not gonna take. They're not gonna ovulate no more. A lot of breeders. This is timing that they have to get, especially when they have shipping semen. It's all about that timing. So yes, the product and the machine that you use has to give you those good results because it's up to the owner. Hey, am I going to do this? Am I going to do that? Am I going to do the other thing? How am I going to breed her? Mine, I use Wanfo. My Wanfo would let me know, hey, it's zero point 0.1. She's not ready, not at all. She's at a 1. It'll tell me. I've gotten results up to a 52.
Hmm.
So it gives me a wide range, and that's why I like that machine for myself. A lot of people are different, and it's their preference. And like I said, you could definitely see when some of those charts that you're looking at, um, what is the difference between different machines and the range of when do you want to breed them.
Yeah.
Um, so it's all preference and machines and what you're doing, what kind of breeding you're doing, and the timing.
Let me ask you this. So
Yeah,
I'm seeing these numbers all over the place.
yeah.
Um, what is optimal? Where you can do it, we'll go step by step. What
hmm
is the optimal number to do a live cover, and what is optimal when a live cover is no longer going to get the sperm to where it needs to be, where we have to do AI or TCI, and what is the optimal numbers for, like, beyond a shot of a doubt, surgical has to be done.
So live cover is kind of doing an AI. I like to say,
Right.
because numbers would start like at a 10. Okay, first of all, how many breedings are you doing? That has a lot to do with it too. A lot of people just do one breeding and that's it. Multiple
Hmm.
breedings is optional, but recommended. What breed is your dog? A lot of smaller breeds take lower numbers. For some reason, that's what I've seen, and larger breeds take at a little bit higher numbers. So
Right.
you have a range of that, which I also seen. Um, so some of them where I would like to start is at like around a 10, 12, 13. Start your first live coverage or even start your first AI. You could
Mm-hmm.
definitely do that. Start it, go up. You could even go up to, and I say an 18.
Mm-hmm.
18, 20, okay. Um, Above a 20, 25, just like I said, depending on the breed, I would recommend a TCI. TCI from then on. TCI, higher 20s, 30s for sure. Once it gets to the 40 numbers, you could definitely do a TCI if that's all you have. Definitely do it. Multiple breeding, definitely recommend it at that number. But if you are able to do a surgical, higher than
Mm-hmm.
40s would be surgical. Because, like I said before as well, it takes the sperm, it takes them 2 to 3 days to reach 24 to 48 hours to reach their recommended space, to
Mm-hmm.
go through the urinary horns, to get to the egg, to implant to the uterus. That all takes time. It just not, hey, it went in, you're pregnant. No, it takes time. It takes time for them to get there, to get into that egg, to get implanted into the uterus. AI, it's right before the uterus. That's TCI, what I'm doing right there. It goes straight into the uterus. Um, they don't have to travel as much, that they don't have to take that 24 to 48 hours to
Yeah.
travel. It goes right through because that female is in that number where she's ovulating now. It needs to be done now. She's gonna drop.
So at between 10 and 19 is optimal for breeding, right?
Yes.
And they're saying between 20 and 23, I mean 20 and 30 is really, really optimal.
Yes.
And then that's when we start getting into the AI or TCI, 25 to 32 for AI. I think all that's subjective because you could do
Yes.
TCI in place of AI all day long when the numbers are still
Yes.
right,
Yes.
right?
You
So,
can. But you can't do a TCI too early as well because it's way too early. She's
right.
not ovulating. She's not in that timing.
So, can you explain to the viewers the difference between, and I, of course I know, but
Mhm.
everybody don't know the difference
Right.
between AI and TCI and what those stand for?
So artificial insemination is AI. Um, AI means that you inseminate the female right before the cervix. So this is the cervix over here. You inseminate right here. You don't go through the cervix. It's not, just go implant it. Sperm does its job to get through it, swims, and goes into the urinary horns, into the egg, implanted to the uterus. That's why it takes that 24 to 48 hours. TCI.
What equipment are they using? They're not using cameras or nothing, right?
Oh, no. AI
Okay.
is definitely, it's kind of a, maybe I could get you one right now. A straw like um plastic, I guess, device, you could say. Um
Would you say is shooting in is shooting in the dark because you're not really seeing nothing?
yeah. Mhm.
And that's a poor man's way of breeding. I mean, I'm not gonna say poor man, but that's a cheap way to inseminate.
Really? Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's why my, prices are different. It is visually, I don't see anything, but
Right.
I know that, you do have to know, oh, that it's not going anywhere no more. It's hitting. You have to back out a little bit because if you're hitting, you're disturbing that wall of that cervix. You're potentially could damage it. So you don't want to do that as well. Um, my TCI, I could show you that as well. That's transcervical insemination, which means that here's the, like I was saying, here's a cervix. It's kind of like a flap. If I could, I wish I could show you guys. It's kind of like a flap. Everything is open. You could see through everything. That flap is like this. So what I do is I go in. I'll show you in the
I
video.
think yeah, I think it's here. Watch this.
Yeah. Um, Actually, I have a. Can you give me my TCI too? With the thing inside. Um, yeah. So that video is going to show you that's the semen right there. And then semen analysis. Look at her.
Okay,
She's so
right
huge right
there.
now. Yep. There you
Right
go.
there. That's that flap.
So that's perfect. Actually, no, that's not the flap.
Oh, it's not the flap.
That's no, that's going into it. So that's not even hitting it yet. Go a little
Nah,
slower.
no,
Oh,
I know.
I have videos. I have videos of
On
it.
your Instagram?
I'm pretty sure I do. I just don't know which ones. I'm pretty sure I have it on my girl or something.
Okay.
But I do show it. Want to show you the AI. So this is AI.
That's basic
So
AI.
basic AI looks like a straw, has a little opening. That syringe you put it on here. This is really you can go more than this. You go
That
in
whole thing is going in her?
depending on the breed.
Okay.
So large breeds,
Like
I
like like
do.
like elephants?
Yeah.
Fuck.
So it looks bigger than what it is, really. It's like a straw, I could say, like a, I don't know. You could see my cup, I guess.
Lord
Um,
have mercy.
yeah, so it really does. But like I said, you don't want to keep going and disturb that cervix flap, I guess. I'm calling it a flap, it has a name though. So literally like Frenchies are probably like not even that much, it's like half of it. But this is AI. TCI, it goes in. You guys saw there's a flap. So my TCI gun, everybody, I like to let people know. Okay, this is my TCI gun. This is what I'm doing. There's one of these.
Where's your
There's
TCI gun?
actually my husband's getting. I think it's
Mr. House of Bully, get the TCI
should
gun,
be there
baby.
inside. It's in here. I think. He's gonna get it for me, but I'm
You
I'm
know
gonna show you guys.
what I noticed when you use the TCI, it has this, it's almost like it has a sound. I'm like, what the fuck is she does? Like she going through a root canal. I'm like, and then you pull out, and then I'm like,
Yeah.
I was nervous that like because she was bleeding too. I was like, damn.
Yeah. Well, the sound that you heard was air. So what air does is
Oh,
makes it
okay.
opens it up for me. Yeah.
Okay. I thought it was like it just
No.
going like longer and longer and longer.
No.
I didn't know. I was like, hey man, I just bring the
hmm
stud. I don't, Hey,
No, it
that
doesn't.
girl's
It
about to
doesn't.
have 12 puppies in the next couple of days.
Oh my God. I know. She's
12.
she's
She's big.
huge. Yeah,
She's
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 big.
panting heavily. She's breathing heavily. She's laying down. She's not eating all her food. It is
My
about that
God.
time. Yeah.
I seen her. I was like, "Oh, she's anytime.
12.
Anytime
Yeah. And
12."
I'm thinking like, I think going forward, I'm always going to try to do one live cover
Mm.
and one TCI. I think you can't miss. First one's live cover. The next one is TCI. That way, and break them up in a day.
Yeah. In the car? No, in here? It should be there.
Well, somebody stole it.
Hmm. My boys helped me take down my stuff because it's all mobile. So
Yeah,
I have it in my car, in my truck or whatever, and they help me take it out. And sometimes
they
they
forget
just
the
leave
where they
it.
put. They forgot
Yeah.
where. They,
Oh, they put it in case I have my certain spot, and I let them know like, hey, I want it here, and they're teenagers, so they don't take a preference of my stuff. Here it is. Thank you. Yeah, you guys will see. I'll open it for you guys. Yeah, just take it out. It's fine. I just I want to show you guys everything and this is what I do for people. So this is my TCI gun. And I mean, I'm telling you, there's better ones. Like, I wish the stylet too. I wish like I'm starting, so I'm gonna have I'm gonna have 2 years. So the other stuff, the other one, the plastic one. Um I want to get a better one. Now, obviously
Yeah.
there is, but there's not mobile
No.
ones. So that's where this comes in, because this one is mobile.
Is that is that
And
is that battery powered?
not battery. Can you just give me the back? Not battery. It's I plug it in to charge it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So
Well, yeah.
it's
It's
rechargeable.
rechargeable. It's rechargeable, yeah. Here, let me show you
You
guys.
ever been to somebody's house and it wasn't charged up?
No. Don't jinx me. No, I pretty much know, like, I keep it up. Like, if I go and I do TCI that day or whatever it is, I go and I charge it up. Um, so this is a stylet. This is a little light, so you
Hmm.
guys could see. I don't know if you guys could see, maybe. Here, let me do my fingers, I guess, so you guys could kind of see.
Yeah.
It kind of looks weird, I guess, on there. But anyways, you guys get the concept. Um, so shows me. There it is. And the little button I have here, I don't know.
That's what I heard.
That's what you hear? That's just air. So I could feel the air.
So the
And
air
then
opens it up.
it helps, yeah, it opens up the cervix. So it helps me look at it a little bit much better. So what this is a stylet. So I let people know, okay, not all of it is gonna go in her. Don't be scared. I let them know. I know it looks a little intimidating. I would be too. You know, um, but I do let them know, hey, not all of it goes in there. I do like to educate, owners, and let them know That's what I'm about. Um, so this little stylet is metal. I don't know if you guys can see it right
Yeah.
here. This one is just to guide me. So if I take this off, this is flimsy, is really plastic.
Okay.
This is what goes into through the cervix. So this is just a stylet. I let them know, hey, it doesn't go through. So you could see it doesn't even go through. Doesn't puncture through. Put it in there, and that's where it comes out from. So see, I don't put all of it in. Sometimes I have to if they're really large breed, but not really. Most of the time, it's just there. This never goes through the cervix. So keep that in mind. This doesn't go through
Okay.
that flap that I was talking about. This is what goes through that. So that goes in however much I need. Usually I don't need that much. Sometimes I do. That goes in. I take off this metal piece, and that stays in there, which is just plastic. I'm using it to show you guys everything is sterile. I have to sterilize this all again, make it clean and stuff. But I just want to let you guys, so if I take this out, it's all flimsy. So
Okay.
that's TCI's transcervical insemination. Goes into the cervix depending on her numbers. Goes through the cervix to implant. Does not need to wait that 24 to 48 hours to swim, to do all that. It still has to go through the uterine horns and implant, but much less time.
Let me ask you, what is it from your experience? What is your success
Yes.
rate? Because excuse me, I noticed that if I'm ever doing TCI,
Mm-hmm.
I'm always I'm always recommending getting a PG test before it's done,
Yes.
just to know where the female's at, numbers
Right.
wise. I
Right.
don't want to hear about, well, she was a 9 2 days ago, so she should. You know what? She may be stagnant. She may go down in numbers.
Oh yeah.
And why not pay the extra money to get the test done?
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it's like you save a lot of headache.
Oh yeah, definitely. Especially when you're, anywhere, even if you don't go with me, you're gonna go with somebody that's gonna do this for you.
Yeah.
Unless you know how to do it. Hey, like I do my own. That's perfect. Um,
But
unless you know how to do it.
also, but a lot of these other clinics won't do it without getting the progestin to a date. And like
Mm-hmm.
SoCal was like, eh,
Nope.
I'm not touching her. We got to do a PG test
Yep.
anyway.
Yep. Mm, mm, Uh, and mostly because the reason why they do that is because a lot of owners, when something happens, who to tell you the truth, who did they blame? They're going to
Yeah.
blame the technician. They're going to
Yep.
blame this person. But really, it has a lot. There's so much that goes into breeding. It's not just inseminate, bam, that's it. No.
Hmm.
It's before care and it's after care. And it's after you inseminate that matters as well. So
That's true.
definitely with using a PG, knowing her numbers, hey, she's ready, helps so much for the breeding to go smoothly. But even if you have the correct numbers and everything is perfect, she's timed, the stud is doing his thing.
Hmm.
His numbers are good because you do a
Yeah.
semen analysis. His numbers are great. You do a live AI or TCI or surgical, whatever you do. You do multiple breedings. Something could happen down the line that's like, no, either she took and she reabsorbed them, or she didn't take. Why?
Yeah.
There's so many reasons for that. Um, right now, just talking about right now, talking about that, it's so hot, depending on where people live, but it's summertime. It's super hot. Are these girls that you're breeding, are they cool? Or are they stressed because it's so hot? After you breed them, that has a lot to do as well. You want to keep them less stressed. You want to keep them in a good environment. You want to make sure they're eating good. A lot of pets, any pet, we're talking about dogs here, when it's too hot and they're not wanting to eat, they're like, oh,
Yeah.
I don't want to eat. They don't care for it. They get dehydrated. That has to do something with it too.
Yep.
So keeping an eye on them for these reasons will help your breeding as well.
Let me ask you this. Do you do ultrasounds?
Yes, sir.
So, what is the best time to do an ultrasound to confirm if the female is pregnant? Because that number is all over the place too, man.
Yeah, it is. Everybody says, oh, 30 days. My preference is 35 days. 35 days, no more than 45, because they're just so big. I like to at least give people, hey, these are how many I see. If you just want confirmation, definitely okay. You could wait until it's 40, 45 days because you'll be able to see them. But my number's 35 days, because that week from that 5-day gap of 30 and 35 makes a huge difference. Makes
Yeah.
a huge difference of the size of the fetus, the development, everything makes a big difference. And I'm able to estimate how many fetuses I see as well. A lot of people, I like to give people, hey, I see this number, at least I see this many. Um, Sometimes it's like, hey, I'm not really seeing what I like to see. I might I kind of see one, but I'm not guaranteed. So I do let them know, like, hey, this is what I'm seeing. um if I'm not comfortable with it, say, hey, hey, I'm seeing one, maybe, I'm not really sure, and it's that still that 30-day, 35 days. I'm like, you know what, um just wait and do an x-ray. Then you kind of would know as well, which is more than the 54-day for the
So,
x-ray.
so our guy Eric at Alibi Kings, he has a question for you. You see that?
I do all breeds, yes.
Giant breeds. He's got
Giant
the
breeds.
200-pound. Well,
Yep.
yeah.
I mean, it could be, I'm not sure what you have, but I do get
He's got
about
he's
giant
got the
breeds. Oh,
like Alibi shepherds that basically
ooh,
Central Asian shepherds.
nice.
I
Yeah.
interviewed. He was here yesterday,
Yes. Oh yeah,
and,
definitely.
and he's out there in Riverside. You're in Riverside too, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely.
yeah.
We could get it. I could get it done for you.
Let me see. So,
Uh, All anatomy is the same. It's just different in size.
right. What's the most in vials in volume you receive from one male? Like 4 tubes, 5 tubes, what?
Okay, so every syringe that I have is 10 mLs. I do have big ones like 60. Usually don't use those because they usually don't give me that much. I think the most that I've ever
Big
gotten was
dog.
probably no. I think the most that I've gotten, and you'll be surprised, it's probably, the smallest ones,
Don't
but
tell me the Frenchies. Don't fucking tell me
no,
no
it's not
Frenchies.
it's not
Oh,
the
okay.
Frenchies. I'm not really sure which one it was. I know it was a large breed. But I have gotten like 20, 25 mls. It's a lot. It's a lot.
I hope they took.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Female
Like
was ready, numbers were ready. Well, all the, and like I said, environment, everything was
the
correct.
stars aligned.
Yes, the stars were aligned. It was a lot. I mean, I've even told people a lot of times, like, hey, I've gotten this money, even 15, 18, and let's say it's a little small dog. I'm like, this is a lot more than what she needs. You know what I mean? And a lot of girls take it all in. Some girls are like, they don't even, it's too much, So, yeah, it just kind of depends.
So let me ask you this. So what has been your success rate from your experience when you do TCI? Do they like,
No,
is it 80%, 90%,
I,
50%?
I would say more than 90%,
Wow.
more than 90% for TCI. I really like TCI. I like live as well and AI, but I really like TCI. Um, just because a lot of females, well, I mean, it. How can I say it? I guess it's kind of like the owner. A lot of owners are like, I don't know when she started. I don't know this. Just do the PG, and by that time, she's well over doing a live and doing an AI. She's TCI ready. So definitely uh, good numbers. I've done AIs, hit them, but that's when everything is in order. Um,
What's your opinion on Frozen?
on Frozen, I like Frozen too, but you got to remember as well, just like chilled, even when you ship them, or even when you're doing the chill and you're doing the extender, you got to remember, yes, it's gonna help. Chill's gonna help. They're gonna keep them alive, but that's one of the things that you're not. It's not as good as fresh as right then and there, because sperm's gonna die every day that dies. Even chilled especially, even if it says, oh, it's good for 10 days, it's still dying. Those sperms are still dying, not in a max rate, but they're still dying every day. Their numbers are going lower. You're taking that chance. Also, doing the semen analysis that I've done, that have you seen, that was one drop. And how
Hmm.
many millions was that per ml? You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So really, you only need a drop if you really think about it. But you know, that's my take on it. Like you're doing a lot. You're doing a lot with chilling it, or keeping it
And
frozen,
when it
stuff like that,
thaws, you're gonna lose some too.
right? Because it's the whole temperature drop, and you have to thaw it. You have to make it the right temperature. Even chilled, you have to make it the right temperature. Make sure it's warm slowly. You can't just shock them and
Yeah.
put it in hot water, faster. No, you got to slowly, lukewarm water, slowly get it there. Make sure it's the right temperature, because you're going to shock them. They're going to die,
There was a
you
guy
know?
in the Bay Area, a vet. I don't know who he is, but
Hmm.
my guy Perry. Shout out to Perry. He used this guy that was doing the TCI or AI, and he spun the fucking sperm before he woke them up.
Hmm.
And when he spent them, they were all dead. And
Hmm.
then my guy Tavo was like, man, that guy's a moron. He said, why don't you ask him, don't spin the other one and just let it warm up? Because
Right,
we had two samples.
right.
And he did exactly what Tavo say do. And now that sample was live, was vibrant,
Yeah.
and motility was
Yeah.
still good. So yeah, it's
Oh
something
yeah.
about it where you spinning these frozen or these well, not frozen, but spinning
The,
the
the
extender,
chill. Yeah,
yeah,
the
the
extender.
chill. And if you're not doing it right, you kill all of it. It's very
Oh yeah.
interesting how sensitive the sperm is at
Oh
that
yeah.
stage.
Oh yeah, definitely. I mean, from my own experience, like we've had our Leia. She first time breeding her. Even I do want to talk about when it's their first breeding ever.
Yeah.
That has a lot to do as well. But anyways, going back to that subject, um, we did a breeding with her, and she didn't take. First time didn't take.
Mm,
Okay. It was in the summertime. Come to the winter time, gave her the next heat. She took.
mm,
Okay. Bam. Okay, let's breed her again. We were going back to back. Let's breed her again. Went back, bred her in the summertime again, a little cold. She didn't like it. She didn't take.
mm.
Bred her again in the winter. She took. I'm like, okay, I know my bitch. She's a winter girl. She does good during winter.
Right.
Um, so going back to that, we also did like chilled as well with extender, and but I did multiple breedings as well. So if you're gonna
Mm-hmm.
do that, I would recommend multiple breedings, even if you're doing chilled. Um, it's kind of hard when you're shipping and they give you like a sample. But I would do multiple because, like I said, that sperm is dying off. That sperm every day is dying off. You know, how many really are going to be viable at that time? You don't know.
Do you
I
recommend 3-day or 10-day extenders?
I like 3 day because really there's not a big difference. If you're gonna do 10 day, why are you
Why
waiting
even
that
ship?
long?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Like,
You know what I
why
mean?
ship it out until it's ready anyway?
Right. Like I said, my own personal experience, I collected, I put extender, but only because I was waiting the other day. So I bred her, and then I got a sample, chilled
Yeah.
it, didn't breed her the next day. I bred her the day after, and then I should have recorded it. I will next time I do something like that. But I did a fresh sample sperm analysis, and then I did the chilled sperm analysis with the same sperm, same stud. I did that, and there was a major difference, and that was
Hmm.
only for my educational purposes. But just for my information to have for that for the future. But I'm gonna do a post about that because
Yeah.
it's a big difference. It's a big difference.
The one that Big John bred to,
Mhm.
Alonzo, that female didn't take. I think he told me that she didn't take.
Everest, right?
Yes.
The Brazilian one, the girl, the white
Yes.
girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she didn't, and we kind of talked about it too because I bred her right that day that she came home, which I think there was like a mishap. She got held
Yeah.
in the airport for a
Right.
while. No food because they don't feed them. Just water. So she got held, came home, and I bred her that very next morning. I'm like, she's stressed, she's underweight, we could definitely do it, but I'm not, I'm just letting you know. I'm letting you know the outcome. And he kind of knew. He's like, yeah, I know
Yeah.
she's stressed, new environment. This girl doesn't know anything about here. She's Brazilian. She don't even speak the language.
Right.
Just, she's like, what's going on? My body just went through this whole experience of not eating. She lost a lot of weight, malnourished, and that goes back to what I was talking about the environmental, any kind of, who knows if she had an infection, which she didn't, but I'm just saying like that could happen because they
Yeah.
held her, or whatever it is. Um, uh, being in the heat,
Hmm.
having it been done in the summertime, that had a lot to do with it too. So it happens, but it's one of those things that it's like that was like, hey, if she took, my God, this girl is very fertile. But I was
What's
kind of
crazy?
like,
What's crazy is that Victory, who we bred, she had just
yeah,
got here in the States, what, two
right,
days?
right. But
I was
she
like,
see her demeanor was very calm. She didn't get, I mean, she got transported with no problem as
yeah.
well. You know what I mean? She didn't get held. She was eating all the time. And her demeanor too, she was just chill,
She's
good
like, whatever.
girl. Yeah. Yeah. She's like, oh, you're gonna feed me? Yeah, for sure I want to eat. She wasn't stressed. All of that takes into effect. All of that takes into effect.
I'm just amazed. Like, and here's the other thing too. I've seen where TCI didn't work for a female
Uh-huh.
twice, but then when we do live cover, it did.
Mm. The timing, or when?
Maybe it may be timing.
I think it's timing because our girls are different. Some girls are like, hey, let's do a TCI. She's at a 30, and she might not be ready. She'll be like, I'm not ready. I like to do TCIs. Her, like, she might
Yeah,
be ready. Her TCIs at a 38. You know,
yeah.
that could be it too. Or she could be more fertile on lower numbers when you do those lives. So they're all different too.
I also say that, and it's from a stud perspective.
Hmm.
It's really important that whoever is extracting the sperm
Hmm.
can really stimulate him where he can give all he has to give.
Right.
Because I've seen where my boy got stimulated, but when he ejaculated, no sperm, and I know he didn't have no TCI. I know he didn't have no UTI,
Right. Right. Right.
right? Because 2 hours later, we gave him some fresh tuna, and we took him
And
back
he
in
was.
there. Boom,
Hmm.
he produced. So it's really too. It's really about, is the woman or the vet tech stimulate him enough where he feels amorous and motivated to give what he has to give. So
Oh, definitely. I mean, when I do my collection, a lot of people think like, "Oh, you're gonna, do this to the dog," and I'm like, "Really? If you don't, the mentality that you need to have is like, there's a penis and there's a bulbous, is what it's called. That
mhm.
bulbous is what gets stuck. That gets them.
The
That's
ball.
what. Yes, that ball.
Hmm.
It's not a testicle. Some people think, "Oh, his
Mm-mm.
testicles came out." No, it's not a testicle.
No.
It's a bulbous. What it is, it gets inflamed. When it gets inflamed, that's what locks. When in the
Yeah.
live, that's what
Yeah.
locks them together. Now, when they're locked, what happens then is that his penis is doing this. It's doing this. The female is doing this. So they're
Yeah.
contracting together. And that's what, like when you saw me, that I was like, when I take out my TCI or AI or whatever, I
You're
still have my
stimulating her.
finger.
Yeah.
I'm stimulating. I'm stimulating, and I'm moving it, and I'm feeling that girl on my finger just opening and closing, because I'm, how would you say, I guess doing
She's
what
ha-
what
but
the
she's
male
having
is
an
supposed to do.
orgasm, basically, isn't she?
Basically,
Yeah.
she's pulling in, she's liking it. Okay, she's contracting for me.
Right.
Now, going back to the male, when you do that penis and you have that bulbous, you're not doing nothing over here on this side. So
Right.
what you need to do is grab from the back of it, because you'll feel that bulbous enlarge. When you feel it enlarge, that's you could do this. You're not like you're milking
Right.
them, I guess you could say, but you're kind of massaging that bulbous, because that's what's going to be happening if he was with the female. So you're kind of massaging it, and you could see the rest of his penis, the shaft, kind of like enlarge,
Yeah.
and you'll see the semen come out. Oh yeah, he's coming out, and you're doing this because, and a lot of people think like, oh, let me just do. No, there's there's a lot that there is technique. You know what I mean? But um, I mean, if
There
you if
is. Yeah.
and if you know the anatomy of the animal, you could kind of in your mind see, okay, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
Once the male does that, you definitely want to tug back, because why? That's the natural thing that they do. They go backwards. It makes it flow even better. That's what's happening. You keep it like this, nothing's he's not gonna it's
So
gonna stop sooner,
is that
you
why
know?
it's great when they're locked in? You
Hmm.
then you station you put them in a stationary position where they're butt to butt.
Right. And so what happens is that his penis moves this way, bulbous is locked in, and that's pretty much how I would do it. That's
Yeah.
that's how I do it. put it in between his legs, or butt to butt, but I am there, and he's still pumping, he's still going, and then I'm able to see with the clear plastic that I have if he's finished or not, because I don't want to overextend the male as well if I don't need to,
Yeah.
because they're not doing it live. You know what I mean? And then when that happens and alive and he's done, he naturally shrinks down. That bulbous
Yeah.
disconnects.
I usually walk them a little bit,
Yeah.
let them walk it
That
off.
and that's exactly when I had told you, I'm like, oh, please let me know how he's doing, because I like to check on the males too. It's not just all about the
Yeah.
female.
Yeah.
It's about the male too. If he has trouble, and by the time that I leave and do everything that I'm doing, by the time that I leave, I like to see that, everything's back to normal. He's walking perfectly. He's, doing great. Because if he's not, hey, let me see if it's, let me see what's going on or whatever. Usually everything's fine.
What do you suggest to give to a boy right before we're trying to mate them? What supplements or magic tricks or food? Because like one vet told me, give him some tuna
Yeah.
right before, and that's really has been
It's
working
the
for me for
omegas.
years. Yeah.
It's the omegas. The omegas help. If you have supplements, they help too. Um, there's a lot of supplements that's out there. I don't know, specific brands. There's a lot of them that are stud vitamins that do help. Some of them want you to start before you even have a breeding.
Yeah.
Some of them, you should be giving vitamins year round. Just to make your stud, more viable, I guess, have more viable sperm. But yeah, tuna does help. Is that omega that helps it,
Right.
helps it, um, come alive, I guess you could say.
Come alive.
Yeah, it
I,
helps.
I appreciate you. We got to do this more often. You know that, right? Because knowing is growing. You know what I'm saying? So we got to do this again, and we're
Oh,
gonna
that's
we're gonna put out a lot of nice reels. You see what Ladabelle sent?
yeah. I'm like, thank you guys. It was she was so sweet. I'm glad
So,
she's just getting 12. Wow.
dude,
I
and
want to
that
see him. I want to
listen
see him. I'm
that
like, oh,
that that leads me another question in. So let's say she has 12, 13, 14.
hmm
Um, that means somebody gonna have to get on the bottle because you only
yeah,
have how many nipples? What, 8,
yeah.
10, 8,
No, they have like, some of them have 12.
12?
Yeah, some of them have 12. I don't know how many she has.
Yeah,
They all range. But if she doesn't have, usually it's 12. But if she doesn't have 12, because she's a large breed, if she doesn't have 12, yeah, you might have to be, just substitute. Like,
yeah.
instead of, whatever puppy you feel that needs it most, do that one. Usually it's the runt. But bottle fed puppies are perfectly fine too.
What do you
They
recommend
help.
if the female has this thing where she's kicking out poison from her nipples? What is that called? It's called mase-
Mm.
where the nipple hardens up and it's clogged and it can't.
Oh, uh, you caught my tongue. Like the memory glands.
You're right.
They're what's that word?
People, what is that word
You
called? I know it's a long day,
yeah.
but it's the memory glands. It's the
Um,
X Chat GTP. But if that happens, what do we do?
you could definitely do mastitis. There you go.
Mastitis, yes.
So simple. So you could definitely do, like, if you just want to massage them and massage that milk out, if she lets you. Some girls, it hurts them. Do that. Warm compress helps. Cabbage, that helps. That helps a lot. Just get cabbage leaves and lay it over her mammary glands, and that helps just absorb all the toxins, all everything out. Helps just to milk, just get that out. Or you could get a pump as well and pump out that milk.
Pump it out.
Mhm, pump
All
it
right.
out. So you just need to get it out, abbecause it's just absorbing. She's not, she's
Yeah.
producing too much is what it is.
Hmm.
Usually litter that size 12, she's not. She's gonna need more
So
than
you recommend her eating more food to produce more milk, though,
definitely.
when she's serving, when she's
Oh yeah,
nursing.
definitely, definitely eat more food, more calories, vitamins, more protein, all that stuff. Like, do everything you need to produce more milk.
Somebody's
Like
saying she got 10.
still,
I'm not believing that. I think it's 12. No.
and
Well, she has
same
10
same
nipples. She
thing.
has 10
Oh,
nipples.
10 nipples. Oh, okay, see, perfect. So two of them would be for you guys.
There you go. Whole lot of bells.
Mm-hmm.
Well, listen, I want to appreciate you coming
Calcium,
on.
definitely calcium.
Yeah, calcium. Yeah.
Yes.
I want to
Because and I'm sorry,
go ahead.
just one last thing. Like I was talking from the beginning, everything has to do with their breeding from start to finish. Even after she has those pups, still less stress because stress is going to stop that milk. Less stress, make sure that she's not in the heat, make sure that she's cooled, make sure that her hormones are okay, that she's not going, it's not too much for her, give her a break,
Yeah,
she has a lot of puppies, a lot going on, her body's going through so much, she needs that break, so from start to finish, guys, like it everything has to do with the breeding, especially when you're investing in that breeding, you want everything to go right.
that's true. Hey,
Mhm.
again, thanks, Naomi. Guys, you can find
Thank you.
Naomi. She's in the Riverside County, but she does LA County.
Yep.
And for the right price, she does Orange County, San Bernardino County.
Yep.
She ain't gonna do Northern California now, but she'll go. She should. Southern California is where she is. You can find her on Instagram at
Hmm.
House of Bullies K9 Repro,
Repro.
and you can find her and her husband's site on TikTok as House of Bullies.
Hmm.
Right. So
Yep.
like, subscribe, share.
Thank
You
you.
can also follow me on YouTube at All World Doberman Club. I'll try to get these people on every week because it's informative,
Yeah.
it's enlightening, and it's just damn
Yes.
good conversation, man. And
Yes.
again, until then, people take care of your dogs, but be responsible.
Yes.
Until next time.